It's the second part of the presentation, and I'm going to explain about the port administrative organization in Korea. Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries is the main administrative body in Korea to govern ocean-related industries. Sectors such as port and harbors, shipping and logistics, and fisheries are all under this ministry. Port and Harbor Bureau oversees the port sectors in Korea, which carries out functions such as establishing port policy. Secondly, developing port and harbors. Thirdly, directing port investment. Fourth, port area development. Technological developments and regulations of port operations. In order to monitor all ports and harbors in the country, the Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries established totally 11 regional offices such as Busan, Ulsan, Masan, Incheon, and so on. Along with these administrative bodies, many institutes are collaborating in terms of research and development and monitoring of policies and regulations, and providing ocean-related education. As indicated in the diagram, Busan and Incheon have 2 high schools providing maritime education, while several universities such as Korea Maritime and Ocean University, Bugyong National University that provides higher education in the maritime sector. These universities are also involved in research and development, as well as assisting in policy development. Institutes such as NIFS, Korea's Hydrographic and Oceanographic Agency, involved in research and development activities, while several organizations such as National Maritime P&T Office, Korea's Maritime Safety Tribunal, etc., involved in administration, regulation, and monitoring capacities. Let's have a look at the different port management styles used worldwide to understand their pros and cons. Majority of the types such as port owned by the state and managed by state-appointed organization or the governments, central or local, by themselves, state-managed ports are good in terms of the ability to comprehensive port planning with major investments. However, the interference, lack of flexibility, and inefficiencies of the government can affect the port performance. On the other hand, private-owned and operated ports are highly efficient with their full autonomy, with the drawback being profit driven with limited consideration on public interest. The middle ground is the port authorities, which has the autonomy in management and operation, leading to higher performances, as well as the government support with the public interest as a state-owned organization. Understanding the economic purpose of port and port development is required to be successful in port management. Strategic decisions need to be taken regarding port management with several options available, such as privatization, centralization, devolution, competition, and coordination. In the case of Korea, devolution has been very effective with the dispersal of control, unlike the centralization. The decision of centralization or devolution depends on the ability of the dispersed agencies to generate benefits than their cost, as well as nationalist policy with respect to defense, safety, pollution, etc. There are 5 port authorities operated in Korea. Busan Port Authority managing Port of Busan, Incheon Port Authority managing the Port of Incheon, Ulsan Port Authority managing Port of Ulsan, Yeosu-Gwangyang Port Authority managing Port of Yeosu-Gwangyang, and lastly, Gyeonggi-Pyeongtaek Port Authority managing Port of Pyeongtaek. The Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries has direct authority over these 5 authorities of Busan, Incheon, Ulsan, and Yeosu-Gwangyang and Gyeonggi-Pyeongtaek. Main scopes of businesses for Port Authority in Korea include development and operation of port facilities, land formation, management and operation of district park, port redevelopment and construction of marina port facilities, business delegated by the state and the local government. This diagram shows the organizational structure of the Busan Port Authority. President is the head of the organization, which has 5 main divisions, namely Operations Division, which oversees the port operation, Management Division, which carries out administrative functions, Construction Division, which carries out construction and maintenance activity, Global Business Division, which oversees the marketing and business development, and Port Regeneration Division, which oversees the port development project. Lastly, Port Commission is an external auditor to all port authorities which carries out audit and inspections. Established in 2004, Busan Port Authorities manage over 30,000 meters of quay length, with berthing capacity of 146 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 3 trillion revenue tons per year and about 22 million TEUs per year. Let's have a look at the short promotional video clip for the Busan Port Authority.
A broad seaway toward the world. A new change for tomorrow. A vigorous leap forward to become the world's best port. We are the Port of Busan, a top-notch global hub port. Busan Port Authority. We move beyond Northeast Asia into the world. The Port of Busan is the #1 port of Korea that opened its doors in 1876. And a global container port processing over 18 million TEU per annum. Drawing upon its network with more than 500 seaports in 100 countries, the Port of Busan has become a global hub port. In addition, due to its location on major sea routes linking Asia, Europe, and the Americas, more than 100 carriers, including the world's top 30 leading carriers, call at the Port of Busan. As a regional logistics hub of Northeast Asia, the Port of Busan prides itself on favorable geographic location and access to the sophisticated feeder network linking China, Japan, and Russia. The Port of Busan also channels its best efforts to host IAPH, the world-famous port conference, and the Busan International Port Conference, BIPC, the first port-specific international conference held in Korea. The Port of Busan is leaping from Asia's gateway to the center of the world and opens up broad seaway for the brighter future.
The Port of Busan is equipped with an excellent infrastructure, with safe access for the ultra-large container vessels, and it has a very versatile hinterland. On top of that, they have created a business-friendly environment for the customers and the shipping lines. And that is why the global carriers are highly satisfied with Busan Port.
We leap forward to become the world's best port with leading competitiveness. The Port of Busan, located at the junction of the world's major sea route linking the sea and the continent, appeals to customers around the world with know-how and infrastructure benefiting its customers over 140-year-long history. We ensure accurate operating schedule for carriers and offer safe, swift, and precise cargo services for consignor shippers. In particular, we exert our best to ensure navigational safety and take initiative in bolstering up security in and around the port.
Busan Port is geographically near huge Chinese, Japanese, and Russian markets. It also boasts cutting-edge facilities and excellent port infrastructure and an optimal transportation network which includes railroads and expressways. Such competitiveness has given us great faith as we lead Korea's port logistics industry together with our trusted partner, Busan Port.
Furthermore, the Port of Busan is materializing the dream of futuristic ubiquitous port with its U-Port system built on the cutting-edge information technologies. The Port of Busan, offering the best port services around the clock, will always dream with customers. and continue to move forward to become the best port in the world.
부산항의 발전과 함께 걸어온 부산 항운노동조합은 365일 24시간 안전한 부산항 운영을 위하여 항만 인력을 공급하고 있습니다. 동북아의 중심, 세계적인 항만 도시 부산의 내일을 위하여 부산항만공사와 부산항운노동조합이 함께 하겠습니다.
We are building a ground for success and happiness of the brighter tomorrow. The Port of Busan in the 21st century is solidifying the foundation to become a center of global logistics industry. The new port construction project is progressing by phases as planned. And the Port of Busan is advancing to join the league of world's top-class ports, boasting up-to-date infrastructures and cutting-edge automation systems. The hinterland of the Busan new port will create stream of high-value cargoes by doing assembling, sorting, packaging, processing services beyond traditional cargo handling service. In addition, competitive rent offerings and diverse tax benefits will add Busan Port's attractiveness in the hinterland logistics complex as a global business center. The Port of Busan is materializing the dream of turning Korea into a major marine industry powerhouse by initiating Northern Port Redevelopment Project, which is one of the biggest national projects in South Korea. Upon completion of the North Port Redevelopment Project, the Port of Busan will contribute 31.5 trillion Korean won in economic knock-on effects and create more than 120,000 jobs as a hub of international marine tourism. The Port of Busan is environment-friendly with room for rest and romance. Cruise ships from all around the world would like to pay visits to this scenic environment and friendly port. The Port of Busan has become a new brand of world-class marine tourism and culture. As a city full of excitements, the Port of Busan will make tremendous contributions to the national economy with enormous knock-on effects in production and employment in harmony between global business environment and cutting-edge port services.
Busan has such a beautiful sea and port. You can enjoy shopping, film festivals, and diverse cultures as well. Time flies because you're happy and having so much fun.
The Port of Busan, awakening the sea in its dynamic advance. We will lay the groundwork for success and happiness for the brighter tomorrow by continually challenging and innovating. The Port of Busan, a top-notch global hub port, now advances toward the world. Busan Port Authority.
Incheon Port Authority, established in 2005, managed over 28,000 meters of quay length, with berthing capacity of 128 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 92 million revenue tons per year, and about 3 million TEUs per year. Ulsan Port Authority, established in 2005, manages over 20,000 meters of quay length, with berthing capacity of 116 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 71 million tons per year. Let's have a look at the short promotional video clip for Ulsan Port Authority.
Like the heart that symbolizes life, Ulsan Port is an economic engine leading Korea's rapid economic growth. Like the heart that supplies blood to the whole body. Ulsan Port serves as Korea's largest liquid logistics port. The power of Korea. The heart of Korea's industry. This is the Ulsan Port. With deep water and low tides, Ulsan Port has the ideal natural conditions as a port. It is Korea's representative port that was once used as a gateway for steel exports to Japan during the Samhan era and the quintessential port for Korea's exports since industrialization. Ulsan Port is the biggest industrial port in Korea. Since its opening in 1963, Ulsan Port has been developing as the largest industrial port which supports the automobile, shipbuilding, and petrochemistry industries. Nowadays, Ulsan Port handles about half the volume of annual automobile and ship exports in Korea. Ulsan Port, Korea's #1 liquid logistics port, is continuously making new changes to become a multifunctional, high-efficient port with differentiated competitiveness. At Ulsan Port, there is a power source, an energy that is moving the industry. Ulsan Port, Korea's premier port for liquid logistics, is fully equipped with complete infrastructure, including dolphin piers, which can accommodate 150,000-ton class oil tankers. Crude oil buoys, in which 300,000-ton oil tankers can load and unload crude oil non-stop through an undersea pipe, as well as a large-scale storage facility. Ulsan Port is responsible for more than half of the national imported crude oil. Port of Ulsan is the source of power for Korea's industries and will become the liquid logistics port in the world. Ulsan Port is linked seamlessly with industrial complexes. Ulsan Port is making its economic efficient and cost reduction due to the Korea's largest industrial complex in hinterland. Ulsan Main Port is Ulsan Port's main import-export gateway. Onsan Port supports the Onsan National Industrial Complex. Mipo Port serves as the symbol of the world's premier shipbuilding powerhouse, Korea. And Ulsan New Port will be a cornerstone for oil in the northeast region. Ulsan Port, which is made up of 4 ports, is a highly efficient and multifunctional port organically connected to the surrounding industrial complexes. Ulsan Port prides itself on its competitive geographical advantages as it is located in close proximity to nearby industrial complexes, as well as excellent transportation connections via road, rail, and air. Through state-of-the-art port operation systems, including port mist, vessel traffic control systems, automatic identification systems, and sophisticated port equipments, Ulsan Port is developing into a world-class port. We will open up the sea routes. Ulsan Port, the liquid logistics port of Northeast Asia, will venture into the world. We will become the center of the world. We will cooperate with global corporations and become the center of the maritime industry in the 21st century. Ulsan Port, the mecca of liquid logistics, will lead the heart of Korea's industry.
여수광양 Port Authority, comprising of two ports of Yeosu, which is a passenger port, and Gwangyang, which is a multipurpose port, was established in 2011, managing a total over 35,000 meters of quay length with a berthing capacity of 133 ships. The cargo handling capacity in Gwangyang Port is about 188 million revenue tons per year, and about 4 million TEUs per year. Gyeonggi Pyeongtaek Port Authority, which established in year 2001, manages over 40,000 meters of quay length with a berthing capacity of 63 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 94 million tons per year. Carried out by the Port Authority can be categorized into three main segments, such as port operation, port maintenance, and port administration. Port operation manages the port's infrastructure, superstructure, operational activities, facilities, sales and related charges, and the security functions. While the port maintenance manages construction activities and repairs related to port infrastructure, superstructure, machinery, and equipment. All administrative matters are managed by the Port Administration, which are related to accounting and finance, legal, human resources, audit, marketing, and PR. Compared to the Port Authority's function of micromanaging the port business and related activities, the regional offices of the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries function with a broader scope of aligning port business and related activities to the national policy framework. Different tasks carried out by the two agencies are indicated in the table, which emphasizes these differences in scope. This table indicates different activities related to ports and distribution of their responsibility. Port Authority is in charge of managing port facilities, port dues, and freight management, port security, port management systems, handling vessel traffic, port information and sales management, construction and maintenance of port facilities. The Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries is in charge of ferry management, new port construction, maritime safety management, policy and legal decisions related to marine environment, and management of retired ships.